All right, I watched a video last night that really rocked my world, and I thought this could be a true game changer for you guys. I don't know if any of you follow Samantha Ravindal. Please tell me I said her last name right. But she did a video on this reverse foundation technique, and I think she actually used the term game changer. I do not ever do clickbait titles. What you see in my title is what you get in the video. This may or may not have the term game changer in the title, I'm not sure. But as I was watching that video, I thought, how perfect is this for my demographic? If you have mature skin, textured skin, if you're over 40, over 35, this is perfect for you because I know a lot of you really want to use cream products or do use cream products, and this could save a lot of blending time and have everything look really seamless. So I'm going to get started. Basically what she does is apply all of the things she would normally apply on top of foundation under the foundation, except for the powder. I'm gonna have her video linked below so that you can see the products that she used, and I'm just gonna go right in just like she did and do my concealer first. I think she used this concealer. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away concealer. I did rip the sponge off after a really kind viewer told me that that was okay, and it does just squeeze out of the top perfectly without getting all messy. So I'm just gonna dab this under my eyes a little bit and then spread it out with the sponge. Normally I would do this after foundation, and I don't take foundation up underneath my eyes, but we're just gonna do the opposite today. My eyes are already done because this doesn't really involve the eye area except for the under eyes. And I don't know if any of you watch Sam's channel, and she will probably not see this. If you do follow her, let her know I did this video, because I know she said to tag her if anybody attempted to do this. I have no idea if this is gonna work. This is the first time I have ever attempted this myself, and I'm hoping it'll come across on camera. It's a little overcast here, and sometimes you can look a little washed out on camera too, and I'm a little worried about everything being under the foundation, so we'll see how this goes. So she applied her highlighter next underneath, you know, her bronzer and everything, and I usually like to do that. You can use any cream or liquid highlighters or bronzers or contours that you have. I'm putting it on the back of my hand and then taking the butt of my dampened beauty blender in it and just putting that on the high points of my face. I know she did use the Hollywood Flawless filter. I don't have that. I need to get that actually. She used it where she wanted to be really glowy. I don't really like to be that glowy because I have oily combination skin in my T-zone. She doesn't, and she really likes to go with the glow. So if you have drier skin, you may want to take some kind of illuminizer down your T-zone. I get my own glow as the day goes on. Okay, you can really see that. That looks good on bare skin, actually. I don't think I'm gonna put that anywhere else. That's just my preference. You do you. You do whatever you would normally do. I'm liking the way that's looking just on the cheekbones, and it's not emphasizing any texture or anything like that. It's really nice. So you can use just bronzer or just contour or both. I'm gonna do both just to do it because we're experimenting today, and that's what this is all about. So I'm gonna take the Fenty Amber Contour Stick, I'm sure this has an official name that will be linked below, and just put it where I would normally put contour. I kind of like to look down and see where that shadow is. And I do have kind of a crooked nose, so I try to kind of even that out a little bit in some way if I can, and I'll do the forehead in a second. I have not used this Delium Tools brush before, so I'm gonna see if this works. And I feel like because this is going underneath foundation, you don't have to be quite as precise as you normally would. So I guess we'll find out. But I also like the fact that if you do this before you put on your foundation, if you ever have issues where when you put cream products on over foundation, sometimes it wipes it away in those spots. Depending on the product that you use, you won't have that issue doing it this way, which is pretty nice. All right, now I'm gonna take it on my forehead, get that hair out of the way. I was unprepared and decided to do this last minute, and I don't have a barrette or anything in here. And just contour where you feel like you need some recessing, whether it's forehead, nose, whatever you usually do. You don't have to do it exactly like I do. It's all about your face shape. This brush is, it's narrow, so if you have a small face, it's pretty good. I love the way the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel warms up my face. I'm taking it on a brush and just swirling it wherever I want warmth on my face. I feel like I'm having to kind of duck down to look in my mirror because it puts this reflection on my face. You see that? I'm just gonna have to deal with it. This bronzer just gives the best, most realistic glow. I love it. I have no idea what this is looking like on camera because I'm just looking in the mirror. Okay, I think I'm leaving it like that. If it's not blended, maybe the foundation will even it out. I'm trying to use products that kind of set down and aren't too sticky. So for blush, I'm using the NARS Liquid Blush in Torrid. I really like this shade. It kind of gives me a nice, I don't know, sunburned type shade. And I'm taking that on the back of my hand and again on the butt of the Beauty Blender, which, you know, I didn't really think about that. I may want to do my foundation on the butt of the Beauty Blender. I guess I could use the side of the Beauty Blender, and I'm just gonna blend that out. If you feel like you got too much blush, you can always turn your Beauty Blender over on its side. I like to take the blush up kind of under the eye area just a little bit because I feel like it makes my cheeks look a little more lifted. I feel like the lighting is just really making this reflection on my face and it makes it look like it's not blended out, but it is in the mirror where I'm looking. It's probably that and just my normal oily T-zone that's making it look like that. Okay, I'm blotting this sponge off as much as I can just because I feel like when I start to use my foundation, I may try to use it on the side, but I will inevitably turn it on its butt and I'll end up with a pink face. Okay, I'm using the Chanel Black Bottle Foundation, the Velvet, Lumiere Velvet Foundation, because I really like the way this goes on sheer, but it still offers a little bit of coverage, and especially with the damp Beauty Blender, it just gives a nice light, but kind of flawless looking coverage. And using a damp sponge kind of thins it out a little bit. I often use it with a dry sponge, but I think I want a little less coverage today, so that's what I'm doing. All right, this is truth time. I'm going to do one half of my face and then compare it with the other half. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to conceal anywhere else on my face, like my sunspots on my nose, so you can see those. I can see some of it peeking through. I hope you can see that on camera, and it actually does look pretty nice. So this is the side that doesn't have foundation on. This is the side where I've done everything. I'm gonna just finish and we'll see what we look like in the end, if it looks like a completed face. I am gonna powder it too. I'm probably gonna zoom through that part. You know, I know some people don't have to powder their face, but I do. So I'm gonna do that, and I think I might like this too. I know Sam really loved the way this turned out, and it was kind of a surprise for her. She was really just playing around with it. I really like how quickly I can blend out the cream products because I don't have to worry about shifting the foundation underneath. And you can kind of just blend them all into each other, which is pretty nice. And what it gives you is that kind of no makeup look to where, you know, your skin just looks naturally good and not like you're wearing too much makeup. And I feel like I look a little washed out because I don't have hardly anything on my lips. So I'm gonna add something there, pull my hair back over. I'm setting with my Lancome Long Time No Shine powder, making sure to just press it in on my T-zone. And I think I'm gonna leave my cheeks kind of glowy and just set everywhere else. I do need to set underneath my eyes. Before I set underneath my eyes, I need to make sure it's not creasing, so I need to press it out. I've done a lot of moving around, so chances are it has creased up underneath my eyes because that's just the way I'm made. I crease up under there. Sometimes I use a sponge for my powder underneath my eyes. Okay, so I don't know what you guys can see, but to me it looks just very naturally pretty. And I'm hoping it's not too washed out by the camera. And I can't turn my light off because it's just gonna be a big, huge shadow. Like, I'm gonna show you what happens when I turn my light off. Like, that's what happens. That's why I have a light in front of me. And I have 3 windows here, so that's how dark it gets. I'm gonna try and lower my camera settings a little bit to show you. I feel like it looks a little bit less obvious that it's makeup, and it looks more like you actually have good skin, and it doesn't emphasize texture. It does give kind of a naturally glowy look to the skin, kind of a soft airbrushed finish. I don't feel the need to use a finishing powder or anything like that to soften any edges. So I am hoping that that reflects. Obviously, if you wanted things to be a little more pronounced, you could go darker with your bronzer or your blush, or a little more heavy-handed with your highlight. But if you want that naturally soft, glowy look, this is all you really need to do, and it really didn't take a long time either. I like it. I hope you enjoyed this different technique. Let me know if you're going to be using this reverse foundation technique. If you do, please report in the comments, DM me on Instagram. Let me know how you like it. If you're not subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button, become part of the community. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.